What's going on, man? Another video, which means I have more free picks for you. And in today's video, I have 6 total free picks, 3 in the WNBA and 3 in the MLB like I normally do. All I want to ask before we jump straight into those picks, I'm super confident in them, is number 1, go down, hit the like button for me. Let's get this video to 50 likes. And while you're down there, you might as well subscribe so you don't miss any videos like this going forward. So go down, do that. I'd really appreciate it. And now we can jump straight into the video. And the first thing that we have to talk about is what you're seeing on the screen right here. It's called the Sleeper app, but the reason this is so important is if you've been watching my channel for any time now, you know I promote my dub club all the time, but right now I'm not really running many promos. So to get 4 weeks of my plays, it's $200 per month. Obviously, it's worth it because we're up over 290 units on the year. Last NFL season, we went up 176 units. So I know what I'm talking about. So if you want to go get in here, it will be linked below. But what I've been doing for a lot of people is I've actually been giving them the opportunity to get 30 full days of my VIP for completely free. All you got to do is go download the Sleeper app, use my code FBL like you see it right here, deposit the minimum amount, which is just $10. So you're paying $10, you're getting it doubled by Sleeper, so you're getting a free 10 back, and you're paying that 10 to literally get a month of my plays, which usually costs $200. Like I said, we're up over 290 units on the year. It's insane what we've been able to do. We crushed the MLB, the NBA, the NFL. We crush everything. And right now, if you go sign up with Sleeper with my code FBL, all you got to do is take a screenshot, text it to my phone number right here that you did it, and I will get you a full 30 days for completely free of the same plays that have made us over 290 units so far this year. So go do that. Obviously, it's extremely worth it. It's dirt cheap to get in. You're getting a full month. Just make sure you send me proof right here with my code FBL so you don't miss out on that. I'm only going to do it for the first 10 people that send me a message. So if you want in, be pretty quick about it. But with that being said, I do want to let y'all know to join the free Discord as well. We cashed our free play today. I told everybody, take the Dodgers Angels to go over 8 runs. That cashed with ease. No sweat, blowout winner. So if you want free plays as well, go join the Discord. It'll be linked down there as well. But now that all that's out the way, we can go ahead and jump into the first pick of this video. And the first play that we're going to be rocking with is Dearica Hamby to go over 15.5 points. She's over this mark in 4 of her last 5, 8 of her last 10, and 12 of her last 20, averaging over 17 points per game. So she has consistently gone over this mark super well in her last 5, 10, and 20 like I just showed you. And then in 2025, she still stayed consistent, going over to 58% rate, averaging 17.6 per game. So that's exactly what you want to see. But ultimately, the reason I decided to take this pick wasn't just because of the hit rate, it wasn't just because of the hit rate, but it was because of the head-to-head to go along with it. She has played the New York Liberty twice this year and went over both times. And then the one time she played them last year before these 2 games, she also went over as well. So she has now gone over 3 times in a row against the Liberty. So for whatever reason, she is an absolute beast when it comes to scoring points against the Liberty. This game is a 3.5 point spread, so it should be pretty close. She should get her full minutes, and as long as that's the case, she should crush this over. I mean, her hit rate's insane, her head-to-head rate is insane, and those 2 things are what you want to see if you want to take an over. So go lock this one in. That's my first pick. Now for my second pick, we're going to be taking Trevor Story to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs over in the MLB. He's over this mark in 4 of his last 5, averaging 2.8 a game. He's over in 9 of his last 10, averaging 3.3 per game, which is just ridiculous. And then he's also over in 12 of his last 20, averaging 2.5 per game. So that right there, once again, we have a great hit rate, an extremely consistent guy that is going over his mark exactly how he wanted him to, especially in his last 5 and last 20. So he's been getting hotter and hotter as the games have went on. But to top that off, the main reason why I like this so much is the Red Sox. They're going to be playing, where's the Red Sox game at? The Astros, and the Astros are pitching a guy that just hasn't had a ton of success. He hasn't pitched a ton. He's only pitched 13 innings, but he did pitch in the AAA this year, and he had a 9 ERA there as well. So this is a guy that just hasn't had a ton of success. He has over a 7 ERA, a whip of 1.58, and he only has 13 strikeouts and a 1-2 record. So, like I said, not a ton of success, and if he comes out there and pitches like this against a guy like Trevor Story, he should cruise over this 1.5 mark, just like he's done in his last 5 and his last 10 games. So that's my second pick. I absolutely love it. Now, for my third pick, we're going to go back over to the WNBA, and we're going to take Aaliyah Boston to go over 8.5 rebounds. She's over this mark in 4 of her last 5, averaging 9 boards a game. She's over in 8 of her last 10, averaging 9.3. And then she's also over in 11 of her last 20. So the hit rate, pretty consistent. It's exactly what you want to see. But then to top that off, the matchup is pretty good as well. She's going to be playing Dallas, who obviously isn't the greatest team. And as you can see over here, they allow the 8th most rebounds in the entire WNBA. So in my opinion, she's probably going to go out here. She's going to get 9 or 10 rebounds. She's proven that she can do it consistently in her last 5, 10, and 20. And then to top that off, she's playing Dallas, who allow a bunch of rebounds. They're towards the bottom of the pack when it comes to that. So if she goes out there and plays her normal game, she should cruise over this mark. So that's my third pick. I absolutely love it. Now, for my fourth pick, we're going to go back over to the MLB, and we're going to take Freddie Freeman to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's over this mark in 4 of his last 5 games, averaging 2.4 a game. He's over in 9 of his last 10, averaging 3.2 a game. And then to stay consistent, he is still over at a 70% rate, averaging 2.65 in his last 20. So he's a guy that has consistently been going over this mark more than basically anyone we've talked about so far, which is pretty crazy to say. That's the first reason it caught my eye, and that's the first reason why I liked it. But the main reason why I liked it was pretty straightforward. The Dodgers, man. Let's go take a look at who they're going to be playing real quick, because they're going to be playing the Angels, and the Angels are going to be pitching a guy in Victor who's just 24 years old. He hasn't pitched a ton of innings in the majors. He did pitch in the minors, and he pitched 87 innings with a 3 ERA, which isn't bad. He had a 1.34 whip, though, which isn't the greatest, to be honest with you. But the reason I like this so much is this is going to be just his second time pitching in the majors. So, in my opinion, he's probably going to come out a little bit shaky still. And if that's the case, I see these numbers staying about where they are right now. Over a 4 ERA, a whip of 1.4 or 1.5. And if he does that in this game against a guy like Freddie Freeman, we should be able to see Freddie Freeman cruise over this mark, just like I think Trevor Story is. So that's my fourth pick. Now, real quick, before I give you my last 2 picks of the video that I like the absolute most, I do want to remind you once again, like I said earlier, to get 4 weeks of my plays, it's going to be $200 a full month. It's going to be the first link down below. But if you want to be able to get this same package for basically free, all you have to do is go get the Sleeper app, download it, deposit the minimum amount. They're going to double your first deposit if you use code FBL, and they're going to give you a free pick. And then, if you text me that you used my code FBL, you send proof that you used the code and that you deposited the minimum amount, you text it to this number, I will give you a full 30 days of my premium picks. Obviously, it's an insane deal. It's crazy value. I don't do this very often, but like I said earlier, there's only 10 spots. I don't want to let everybody do this. So go do it while you can. Go text me. I'll drop my number down below as well. Text me proof that you did it. Just download the app, use code FBL, and get in here while you can. Like I said, we're up over 200 units on the year for a reason. We're about to go crazy in the NFL, up over 170 units last year. I'm expecting to do the exact same thing this year. So go down there, hit the link below, or not the link below, but go text it to my number below. I promise you, you don't want to miss out. And while you're at it, you might as well join the free Discord as well if you want extra free plays on top of that. So go do that. And now we can get into my last 2 plays of the video, with the 5th one being Paige Bueckers to go over 22.5 points plus assists. And this one was pretty straightforward for me. She's over this mark in 4 of her last 5 games, 7 of her last 10, and then 13 of her last 20, averaging over 24 per game. So we have another super consistent hit rate and a really good average to go on top of it. But the main reason why I like this pick is she has played the Fever 3 times this season, and look what she's done each time against them. Over, and over, averaging 28 per game against them. I took her over the last time she played them back on August 1st. She cruised over this mark. So what am I going to do? I'm going to ride the hot hand, and I'm going to bet the same thing again. We're taking her to go over once again. I really do think she's going to make it 4 times in a row in this game. And obviously, if that happens, it'll cash us out. So that's my 5th pick. Now, for my last pick of the video, this pick, I'm telling you right now, you need to go get it while you can. I'm almost positive the odds for this are going to change. But what we're going to be rocking with is Rowdy here to have a single base, which is literally too easy in my opinion. And that's the main reason why it was my favorite pick of this video. He's over this in 5 straight games, averaging 1.8 a game. He's over in 9 of his last 10. And he's also over in 15 of his last 20, averaging 1.6 bases per game, which is pretty ridiculous. Now, to go on top of that, it's not just a great hit rate, it's also a great matchup, considering the Rangers, where are they at? Let's go find them real quick. They're going to be facing off against the Diamondbacks, and the Diamondbacks are going to be pitching a guy that honestly isn't terrible, but he's not good enough to shut a guy down like Rowdy, who only needs 1 single base. All he needs is to get 1 hit, and it cashes us out. Obviously, this guy isn't terrible. He does have a 1.2 whip for a reason, but at the same time, he also has over a 4 ERA, and he has a 1-2 record. So like I said, he's not terrible, but I don't think he's good enough to stop Rowdy from getting a single hit, which is all he needs. Those are my 6 picks, though. I like them all a ton. Go lock them in. Go use my code FBL on Sleeper. Get a free month of VIP. And until next time, let's all go print some money.